Hi guys, welcome back. Suzuki's new Access 125, which is now of BS-6 standard, is a great addition to the 125cc scooter segment. It has some great new added features on top of a brand new 124cc air-cooled 4-stroke single-cylinder fuel injection engine. So now the engine is not carburetor, but on the other hand it's FI. And this new engine is just awesome. It's so clean and smooth that I loved every bit of the ride. The engine's power and torque hasn't changed much with this new Access compared to the old one in paper, and to be frank, I haven't tested the old Access, so I'm not sure how was the acceleration and all with the old one, but about this new BS-6 one, it's a peppy scooter. Of all the 125cc scooters I have tested till now, this one's engine is the one that showed great pickup and also was a very quick one to hit the 80 mark. With just the twist of the accelerator, the scooter jumps forward with ease, and in seconds you'll be above the 60 mark, and this nature does help a lot in overtakes. And also one thing I'm so much amazed here is how well set everything is with the new Access 125. There wasn't any signs of vibrations from any parts even while riding at 85 to 90 km/h, and that's great. The exhaust note doesn't show any aggression, but the engine's performance does show a lot of aggression, especially considering it's a scooter. I feel to an extent this kind of performance is achieved by the well-tuned engine and also because of the compact and light nature of the scooter. The curb mass here with the Access 125 is 103 kg, and that's the second surprise. When the mass is less, we are always worried about the stability, right? But here, the Access 125 is a pretty stable scooter even while riding in the 80 plus km/h mark. And also talking about the max speed you can hit, well, I haven't got a chance to test it, but after riding this new Access, I feel you can probably hit the 100 mark, but like always, I'll never recommend you do that. Suzuki has surely done the engine side perfectly, and that does show off when you ride the new Access 125. I feel this is the best example of good performance and perfect ride quality for a scooter. And actually, Suzuki didn't stop there, they did work well with the ride comfort side too. I'm 5 feet 10 inches, and sometimes while riding scooters which are very compact, I do face issues with the footboard, and that eventually leads to poor ride comfort. And here, when I saw the Access, it looked very compact, but the moment I stepped in, I was surprised by the spacing of the footboard. This is a footboard with good area, and that has given me more than enough space for my leg. And that along with excellent seat, which is really wide and long with good cushioning, and also with an upright riding posture. And last but not least, a very good suspension combo which is telescopic in the front and swing arm in the rear. All of this combined together made the ride a very comfortable one. What Suzuki has done here is a simple thing. That's just get the basics right, and when you do that, you get perfect ride quality and also really good ride comfort. And that takes us to the next thing, which is the ride control. As I said before, the Access 125 has a compact design and also it's lightweight too. And if you can give good turning radius and also good angle response, well then the ride control will be good. And here with the Access 125, well you get both of that. And therefore, it's a very simple scooter to control. If you want to take a quick U-turn or even if you want to skip through traffic, well it's a breeze with this new Access 125. Well I feel it should be the same with the old Access too because the dimensions hasn't changed a bit. And now for the stopping and cornering, well for that, we need to check the brakes and tires used here. And the tire measurement is the typical 90mm front tire in a 12-inch rim and also a 90mm rear tire in a 10-inch rim. This is like a sad standard thing where the companies use smaller rear rim, and here Suzuki has done the same thing too. But still for city commutes, this does work well and that tubeless tire does grip fine. And for the brakes, well it totally depends on the model we get, and here the front can either be disc or drum and the rear will be drum, and also you get combined braking system as standard. Well what combined braking system does is that when you press the left brake lever, the front and rear brake are applied together to provide a better stopping. Now the variant we tested is the special edition disc brake variant, and here the braking is good at controlled speed. You can do quick brakes and bring the scooter to complete stop without any skids, but still I'm going to stress this, which is this is a scooter and here the brakes and tires used are not suitable for high speeds, and hence it's always safe to ride within the speed limits. And also by the way, if you're wondering about the seat height and did I face any issues regarding the seat height, well the seat height on paper is 773mm, which is a bit on the lower side. But since the footboard is spacious, I was pretty comfortable here without any issues. And same is the case with the ground clearance, where on the spec sheet it's 160mm, but still even while riding through very bad road conditions, I didn't face any problems with the underside of the scooter. Now before moving forward with the review, I would like to thank RJ Suzuki Kollam for providing me with this test ride unit of the BS-6 Access 125, and if in case you are from Kollam, Kerala and is interested in any Suzuki scooters or bikes, you can contact the number shown here. So now back to our review. Well, sometimes it's true that looks can be deceiving, and that's the case with the design of the Access 125. At a glance, it's a compact and semi-retro style scooter where the front panel is a very clean one without any ornamentation, and it just has the indicator and DRLs as a single unit flanked on either side along with a very small Suzuki logo. I like this clean look, which does look standard, and that elegance is actually kept with a uniquely styled headlight. There is a chrome section around the headlight, and that actually gives a classic touch to the scooter. Now with this new Access 125 BS6, this headlight is a fully LED headlight, and here the range and coverage is really good. I did ride through pitch dark without any trouble, and I was able to have a clear visibility of the road. Now from the side also, the Access doesn't have much of loudness with graphics, but on the other hand, Suzuki kept it simple with just the Access 125 branding along with the BS6 and SAP branding. And if in case you're wondering, well, this sticker used here is actually to show that this is the special edition. This panel is fiber and not metal, but it does feel of good quality, and that's the case with the materials used throughout the scooter. The handlebar is the usual scooter type handlebar, and here the switch controls are very basic, and that's a bit of a letdown for me. On the left side, there is the dim bar bright switch, indicator toggle and horn, but you missed the pass light switch, and also on the right side, there is just the self start switch. Now one more minor detail here is that the switches used are also of good quality. Then for the instrument cluster used, well, it's a digital analog one, and here there is this very cool eco assist illumination, which is a fun thing. This turns green if you're riding is fuel efficient riding, and it looks neat, and I like this touch instead of the very tiny green indicator that has been common among majority of the scooters. Now the digital section here shows the oil change reminder, fuel level, time, total distance travel and 2 trips. Then here on the dash, there are a couple of warning indicators too. So overall the total info shown here is more than sufficient, and also the instrument cluster, even though not fully digital, it looks clean and I like it. I feel it does blend well with the scooter. And actually that's the case with the seats used too. The color of the scooter that I've got here is the metallic matte red, and for that the seat color is a brown one. And actually the seat color does change with the color of the scooter in special edition, and here with this new Access 125 BS6, there are 4 color choices in the special edition and 5 color choices with the standard edition, and for the standard edition, well, the seat is going to be black no matter which color you get. And now for the rear design of the scooter, well, the rear section is dominated by the tail light, which is an elegant tail light with indicators flanked on both sides, and then about that, which is a new thing with this BS6 Access, is that you get an external fuel inlet. Well, it's good that we got an external inlet for fuel, but it's not good that we still have to use the key to open it. I don't get it why Suzuki did this, because even now you have to get out and open the fuel cap with the key. It would have been a good thing if Suzuki could have used a remote lock here. And here on the rear, you also get an aluminum grab rail, which is a simple yet comfortable one. Then finally from the design side, for the muffler, it's not a very striking one and I'm not a fan of it. Now since this is the special edition, as a standard accessory you get a USB socket here which illuminates, and that's a nice touch, and also the mirrors used are circular and chrome finished. And lastly, the wheels used are alloy wheels, which is actually equipped in most of the models, but the base variant doesn't use one. So after taking the design, well, Suzuki didn't change much with the design of the BS6 Access compared to the previous model, and in a way it's a good thing because this one, as I was saying before, even though it's a compact one, is a very convenient one. And I say this because everything that's necessary for a good experience is done properly. And that's seen even with the under-seat storage. Just insert the key in the ignition lock and twist it to the left, and the seat lock opens. And here the under-seat storage is big enough at 21.8 liters, and therefore it does take in my large sized fully covered helmet. So finally I found a scooter where I can comfortably fit in my large helmet. And also there are 2 hooks available, where the rear one is a retractable one. These hooks are of sufficiently good quality, especially the front one, and if you want to hang something, which you can easily do because of the spacious footboard, this does come in handy. And finally for the storage space, there is also a front pocket which can be used to carry a small water bottle or maybe a phone. Now all of this together helped me to name the Suzuki Access 125 BS6 as the best convenience scooter. And there is one more very important thing which made this tagline very apt for the Access, and that's the mileage. Well, here during our testing, we got approximately 59 km per liter in good city conditions. Now like I always say, this may vary for you because mileage totally depends on the way you ride and also based on riding conditions. Now since the mileage is on the higher side, the tank capacity being 5 liters is fine, I guess. So by now you might have got the theme here, right? The new Access 125 BS6 is a scooter that does every important and necessary things pretty good or even better, so it's like it does check the box for the ride quality, right comfort, right control, mileage, storage space, which all lead to a very enjoyable and also a very convenient experience. What Suzuki did is that they made a scooter with a very clean and normal look, which is the best in the usability side, and they gave only the needed amount of features. And the price tag for this BS-6 version of the Access 125 starts at approximately 72,245 Indian rupees ex-showroom, and the version shown here is the top variant, and it costs approximately 76,523 Indian rupees ex-showroom. Now for this price, well, what I wish Suzuki could have done is that they could have given some extra features like a past light switch, which was a much needed one, and also a remote switch operated fuel lid, and maybe an engine kill switch, or even better, an ideal start-stop system. Now these are not necessary things, but if they did it, then it would have been like the Access won't be having any competition. But still, even now, it's one of the best 125cc scooters available in market, and if you're a person who wants a scooter that does give you the best convenience, I would suggest to get the Access 125 BS-6. Now even the BS4 version with a lesser price tag is a compelling option because the design is the same, and also from other reviews that I've heard, it's also a pretty refined scooter. And also, if in case you want to see a review of the old BS4 Access 125, let us know in the comment section below. Well, that's all for this video guys. Hope you liked it. If so, please do hit the like button, and also please do subscribe. See you again in the next one. Till then, bye.